Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Magic Mirror. As you can see, it's the Joker today. So he came out in 1928, and actually, I was really surprised. Like, he came out earlier than Batman. He was a original idea after The Man Who Laughed. He's called Jerry Robertson. I actually didn't know a whole lot about like Jerry Robertson. I only know about the future generations Joker. So, for example, Heath Ledger and like Jared Leto and stuff like that. So, yeah, and of course Mark Hamill as the Joker as well. So I didn't know that he was actually based on this original person, but I really do enjoy the Joker. I think like he has this sinister side to him, and he also like have a lot of goons under him, and he is a really big threat to Batman and actually also other superheroes. Because he can manipulate whomever he wants, or so it seems. Yeah, I have a lot of things about the Joker, and I will recommend that you go and watch Nostalgia Critics one video. Again, I'm going to leave everything that I know about the Joker and stuff like that in the description below, like good things about the Joker and like links to, for example, the animated version of The Killing Joke. Although like this is a really big warning, like if you thought that the other things that I have shown is like bloody or gory or dark and stuff like that, then don't see this. Like really, like this is an on a whole other tier, because like the Killing Joke and Joker himself is a really like sinister person, and like really dark and creepy, and there's a lot of stuff that is not good. For example, he mistreats Harley Quinn, and he is like all doing stuff for himself almost all of the time. I don't think like he ever do things for his subordinates or his goons, as I call them. But I think like there's something more to the Joker than we original are knowing things about. And warning, spoilers for all of the movies. Again, of course you already know like my favorite movie is The Dark Knight, and Heath Ledger is great as the Joker in there. So yeah, I really did appreciate the way that he was portrayed, and the way that the story behind all of it and stuff like that. Sadly, he passed away after it, so yeah, that was a little bit disheartening. But there's like this curse by playing the Joker, and it didn't went that long before like you, if you played the Joker, you were going to like die or something in those lines. But I don't think like that's true, because like look at Mark Hamill and look at the Jared Leto and stuff like that, and I will say like both of them did a pretty decent job in their versions of their Jokers. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but Mark Hamill is actually the voice for the Joker in the animated series. I have already talked about The Mask of the Phantasm. That is one of my favorite, yeah, I will not say Batman movies, but this is almost like a Joker movie, because like he steals all of the things in this movie. Like he steals the scenery, he steals the everything that is in the show, and it also like really grips you, or how to say that. I think like it's really beautiful, and it has a lot of good potential. And of course there's Under the Red Hood that I also have talked about, and of course there's The Killing Joke. I actually had this as a comic book. I gave it to my boyfriend, so yeah, I think like he really appreciates the comic book. But what I can remember from it, it's like it's really brutal, and it's something like yeah, he does stuff to Barbara Gordon that's not good. And yeah, I will not go into details. You can go and look that up for yourself if you're interested. But warning again, for like gruesome scenes or like where it's really like R-rated stuff. It's not something for a light-hearted person or somebody that has problems with uh, things being too nitty-gritty or dark and stuff like that. But I think like Joker has a good potential, and it has like a whole lot of variation. Like there's almost a Joker for each era in our time, and or how to say that. As I said, like there's a golden age Joker, and there's a Joker for almost every taste that there is out there, including Jared Leto's Joker. I actually think like I must be one of the ones that are weird because I actually like the Suicide Squad and I like the way that Joker is portrayed in it. But I don't know, like maybe I'm just way out there. I just feel like there's a good job in portraying the Joker. It's also a really hard character to play, and I have seen like this new trailer for a new series that's coming out, and I don't know, it looks a little weird, but who knows, like maybe it's going to be great. So yeah, I don't know about you guys what you feel about the Joker, but I do remember playing against him in the Sega Genesis version that I was talking about in my Batman episode, where he shoots after you and he's the really hard boss, and like that's really funny to actually beat the Joker and beat the game and stuff like that. And I know like he's also in games, for example in Arkham Asylum game, where he becomes more like a mutant or like get buffed by some serum, or how to say that. And I think like that's a little weird. I have only seen my one of my friends actually play this and see the cutscene from it, so I don't know how I feel about that. I think like the game looks pretty great actually, but yeah, that's actually all that I can say for it. Actually, I was wondering why we don't have a game where you can actually play as the Joker or a bad character, quote unquote. I know like we have other games like that's almost looking like it, like the Punisher and stuff like that. And I know like the Punisher is a good guy, but it could have been like based around that, and you could make a Joker game almost like that, or something else. Yeah, something I was also thinking about like is a newer movie like just called The Joker, where it was about like Joker and Harley Quinn and all of the good original background story stuff. Like we will always see new ideas with the Joker, because like he's also as big as icon as Batman and all of the other heroes that there is. So yeah, villains also have a role to play in the movies and in the games and wherever else we want to see them. So yeah, I think like the Joker is not to be trifled with, and even though he doesn't have any superpowers, the power of manipulation is a really great power to have, or how to say that. And he also have his, of course, his toys and all of this good stuff that he figures out, and of course all of these goons that are following him. I don't know if the Joker pays them or he just like manipulates them, have blackmail on some of them and stuff like that. And again, I will recommend the Nostalgia Critic episode. I will put it in the description down below, because I actually do agree with him here with the Joker being really good in this episode, where like there's this guy that quote unquote kills Batman, and like the Joker just gets really over the top and stuff like that. Or else I will recommend the other things that I have said here with the Joker. But yeah, that was actually all for the Magic Mirror today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode of the Magic Mirror. I'm sorry that it had been like 2 days where there have been nothing, but I had technical issues and I have also been a little sick. So I hope that you guys will understand. And tomorrow I think like I'm going to take a really special hero for me, or how to say that, our anti-hero. But yeah, that was actually all for today. Do remember that inspiration is right around the corner. Do remember to take care of yourself and loved ones. And that was actually all. Yeah, okay. Bye.